character Ernest P. Worrell would take the world by storm, and soon he would dominate video store shelves. It all began in 1986, which would prove to be a huge year for Jim Varney, the Ernest P. Worrell character, and Knowhutimean Home Video. Knowhutimean Home Video was the exclusive distributor of all Ernest/Jim Varney material, and 1986 would see them release 3 major distributions, one of them being Dr. Otto and the Riddle of the Gloom Beam. They would also release the video simply called Know What I Mean, or at least that's what the slipcover says it is. The label on the tape itself says otherwise, as this is a bit of a compilation piece. Yes, this video contains the comedy special Hey Vern, It's My Family album and Ernest and Vern's greatest TV hits, with the latter being a showcase of some Ernest commercials and the former being a comedy special all about Ernest P. Worrell's family. And this would be a display of Jim Varney's excellent acting ability as he would portray different family members. Nowadays, this is a little tricky to find, as it is among the rarer Jim Varney tapes. 1986 would also see the release of possibly the greatest Ernest VHS ever, the Ernest Film Festival. And this is a compilation of 101 Ernest commercials, and man, I can't tell you how many times I rented this as a kid and as an adult. And this isn't as hard to find today, but the prices can still get pretty high. In 1987, Knowhutimean Home Video would give us the VHS enigma known as Win $10,000 or Just Count on Having Fun, which was essentially Volume 2 of the Ernest Film Festival, but as the name implies, it was also a contest where you could win $10,000. Knowhutimean Home Video would then close up shop later on in 1988, and though they only gave us 4 VHS releases, those 4 releases were pretty huge. They would later sell off the distribution rights to these properties in 1990 to Good Times Home Video, and Good Times Home Video would repackage them and re-release them in 1992. They would rename the Ernest Film Festival to Ernest's Greatest Hits Volume 1, and then they would rename Win $10,000 to Ernest's Greatest Hits Volume 2. And with that, they would cut out all the contest bits, leaving only the commercials. And besides simply just renaming the Ernest Film Festival to Ernest's Greatest Hits Volume 1, they would also cut out the Dr. Otto and the Riddle of the Gloom Beam commercial, which was featured in that VHS. So the only place to see that commercial would be that VHS, and it's odd that they would cut it out considering that Dr. Otto was now a Good Times Home Video property. Who knows why they did it, but they did, and it just adds to the appeal of the original Ernest Film Festival VHS.
Watch the full episode here, as well as other classic Cat Nana's VHS pirate ship adventures. And please hit subscribe.